Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. On first down, here comes this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Really nice timing on that out route there. Good anticipation by the QB, getting it out on time. And how about the receiver securing the catch, tapping the toes before he went out of bounds?
Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for us.
Looking for a deep man. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
They're going to throw it again. This time it's complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. To throw, it's Lagway. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Gators getting set on first and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Florida! What a grab and go for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
He's back to throw on second down. He'll pull it down. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those.
He's loose. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 7, Alabama 0.
First down to start the drive after the bridge. Quarterback on the keeper. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot, but nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge gain.
To the air. It's Milroe. Slips away. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Fights off a defender. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown tie. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the 2nd. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On 4th down, going to the air. Picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed. At linebacker, he can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Looking to throw on second down. Makes the catch. It's Bernard.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and we're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Quarterback checking off. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Coming after him. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Bama! What a catch and run for 6.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to go up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. All kinds of running room. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and they...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here.
Afterburner's coming. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Fires into traffic, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. You might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get one, it's a nice day. But when you get two, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. At midfield, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Lagway. The throw. Got his man on the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gator!
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time, I'm going to get my running back who's a fast athlete in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They're bringing heat. Turns it on at midfield. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And that one will give them the lead.
Number 3 with the carry.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's got his man. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 21, Florida 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Back to throw, it's Lagway. He'll try to do it himself. At the 40, there he goes. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. Can anyone catch him? He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! This is exactly what we expected. Blow for blow, trading punches, just like two elite teams should.
Yep, and great players have to make great plays in big moments, right? Step up, break a tackle, do something spectacular, and that's what the young man just did.
That's a decision I think the head coach is going to be questioned about after this football game because you could have just tied the game easily with an extra point kick. You went for the lead, you come up short. Do you have time? Can your defense get you the ball back to give you an opportunity to win this one?
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Here they come on second down, trying to put this game away. At the 45, on his way. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
This one's complete. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time.
Pulls it in inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Going for 6. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown, and man, oh man, time was about to run out on him, and now they need the 2-point conversion to tie.
Man, great job by this offense, but the work is not done. You knew what you needed when you started this drive. Late in this ball game, time's running out. It's not on your side. I got to find my play, my best 2-point conversion to go tie this puppy up.
He's looking to pass. Release to the back. He's got it. The 2-point try is good, and we are tied here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they've tied it up with clutch plays, the touchdown and the 2-point conversion in the final minute. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Quarterback adapting. At the 35, he's open. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little extra time. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And with that turnover, time has expired here in the fourth quarter, but there is more football ahead. Overtime is coming. So here comes our first play of overtime. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get...
Touchdown, Gators! They strike first here in overtime. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Powers through. Touchdown, Alabama! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
In the end zone.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him...
Touchdown tie! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Now in the second overtime, you must go for the 2-point conversion. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. They got it, executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double OT.
And makes the score Alabama 43, Florida 35.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now,
Touchdown, Florida! With that, now a two-point conversion away from triple overtime. They need this two-point conversion to send us to triple overtime. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. They've got to get it in on the two-point try to force a third overtime. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. They couldn't get it in, and what a heartbreaking way for this one to end in double overtime. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.